Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we are so excited to have you again as we are waiting tomorrow, which is another trial day for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the Federal High Court, Abuja. The federal government have taken a drastic step against the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and this time around is a move towards shutting them up once and for all. We are going to be looking at the step they have taken because it still revolves around the social media. But before we give you full details of the news, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Then, according to the news, the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, has asked Facebook and other social media platforms to stop allowing the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, to use their platform to incite violence and instigate ethnic hatred in Nigeria. Lai Mohammed made the demand in Abuja on Tuesday at a meeting with teams from Facebook. The minister said in a statement signed by Shegun Adeyemi, special assistant to the president, media office of the Minister of Information and Culture, that since IPOB has been proscribed and classified as a terrorist organization, Facebook has no justification for yielding its platform to the organization to further its campaign of hate and destabilization of the country. According to him, he said, I have called this meeting to enable us to discuss the increasing use of Facebook by separatists and anarchists, especially those of them based outside the country, to instigate violence and ethnic hatred in Nigeria. For whatever reason, they seem to have now chosen Facebook as their platform of choice, and their tools include disinformation, dissensionary statements, and hate speech. They use Facebook broadcasts to reach their followers who are in the thousands. They tag those opposed to their violent ways as saboteurs who must be attacked, maimed, and taken out. They use both English and their local language as it suits them. He said that the action of the group have real life implication, adding that by pervading hate and inciting violence, people are getting killed, while the private and public properties is being attacked and destroyed. Security agencies and other symbols of government are their choice target. The minister said, despite the numerous complaints to Facebook about activities of IPOP, nothing has been done by the company to curtail the group's excesses on the social media platform. Our social media people have been monitoring these separatists, anarchists, and purveyor of hate and have been reporting their atrocious actions to Facebook, but all they get are default response that their complaints have been received and are being looked into. Most often than not, nothing is done about such complaint. The truth is that whatever Facebook is doing to check these people is mere tokenism and is totally ineffective. Alhaji Mohammed said the government would be monitoring Facebook and other platforms closely in the days ahead to ensure compliance with the demand as it steps up the campaign for the responsible use of social media. We have always advocated responsible use of social media and consistently call on all stakeholders to join us in achieving this. Some have tagged our effort as an attempt to stifle social media. They are wrong because we have no intention of preventing Nigerians from using social media responsibly. All we have been advocating is a responsible use of social media. This is a very serious move by the federal government towards ensuring that the activities of IPOB is not heard anywhere any longer. I'm telling you, this is one of the most serious moves they have taken because if you enter into the social media, especially Facebook, you're going to see so many people who are speaking different languages. But if you compare what they say, I must state that categorically, if you compare what they say and with the confessions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also some key stakeholders in IPOB, you realize that there is great variance. Variance in the sense that the last visit by the governor of Anambra State, he clearly said it, clarified that his own group is not meant to convey negative information, neither is it meant to convey hate or instigate people to spill blood. That particular people are just coming in to kind of frustrate, you know, the activities of IPOP. And he said that all is on ground to ensure that such things are not effective. And fairly recently, also, we've heard the group also talk about the issue of this sit at home, that they are not part of it. That whatever that is done in respect to sit at home, is strictly done by some nefarious group who are, you know, masquerading as hype to do all of that, but they are not the people doing it. And that's why they are doing everything to ensure that they debunk any news that is not from the leadership of IPOB. But the step the federal government have taken now would put the IPOB leadership in a filter, a kind of, which means every time you mention that name IPOP, they will begin to, look into them very well, look into your statement and a kind of screen it well to know whether you are inciting violence or whether you are instigating hate, and all of that. And it's really serious. But then, talking about them as a terror group, that may not really go well because of the widespread statement that was made by the UK government that they do not consider the group as a terrorist group. They were only saying that Nigeria calls them a terror group and all of that. So you now realize that Facebook will be caught in the web of confusion. What decision are we to make now that this thing has come to this level and all of that? Because I believe they have a team of people who x-ray every statement that people make, and anyone that relates to inciting violence and all of that, they will delete it. But right now, I don't know how they are going to be handling it now that the Nigerian people, sorry, the federal government have come up with this kind of, call it allegation, whether true or not true. That is the one thing that Facebook will need to determine, because oftentimes you see so many people, later at Facebook and talk about whole different sessions, talk about different things and all of that. But, Facebook need to also take out time to make sure that they go through such statement or such videos to just check out where the inciting statements were made, or is it just normal news, or is it just a way of speaking to empower the freedom fighters and all of that. We'd like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What's your position?